What's going on, guys? Welcome to another episode of U4 Tower of God Season 2. This is episode 19, and with me, as always, I have Blue Spade.
Yeah. This is, I guess, this is one of the better episodes in terms of animation quality. I guess
Yeah,
so far. I
I,
mean,
I,
with
I thought, it's definitely the best I think that Season 2 has looked so far. And people were, I guess, sort of highly anticipating this particular fight. So I guess that might be why they decided to put up most of the animation budget into this fight. But there were still some instances where it looked a little bit stiff, but it looks a lot better than it has looked, I would say, for probably the majority of season two.
Mhm. Yeah. Of course, the first half of the episode focuses on the fight between Anak and Kunran. Um, of course, Ron is asking the proctor to, I guess, arrange it in a way for just for him and Anak to fight one on one rather than having to, you know, it being involved with everybody else being involved in, fighting at the same time. Um, Ron like ingests like this thing called a lightning pill, and and of course this allows him to exponentially boost his power for I guess for five
5 minutes.
5 minutes, and of course, well, with Anak, she doesn't know, like she just goes straight up, head first, and towards Ron, basically just taking him on one by one. But initially, she does sort of well, but eventually, the power that that Ron gained from that pill pretty much overwhelms her to the point where she's nearly almost beaten to death.
Yeah, but she does eventually end up getting back up and trying to come at him again. Which I
Yeah,
guess the effects of the pill he took are still it's still in effect. So he still kind of gets the upper hand when he's
yeah,
fighting her.
yeah. I mean, he pretty much made this calculation that Anak was going to end up, you know, straight up fight him like right off the bat, rather than just wait until, the effects of the pill expire. But of course, he made the smart calculation that Anak was going to come after him, so he can use that ability to pretty much wear her down. But like I mentioned before, like she does get injured, but not enough to the point where where they're both still, they still both have enough energy to fight each other. But unfortunately, one of the competitors ends up screwing that up, and then ends up knocking them off into the water.
Yeah, it was that one guy from season one.
Yeah,
I forgot what his name was, but
yeah.
yeah, he.
It's the guy that was accompanying like Rock. Uh, what was it? Rock? Yeah, it was Rock. And
Mhm.
of course, Rock doesn't take too kindly about what really happened. So he ends up beating the crap out of him soon afterwards. Um, what I didn't know that, we do switch between a group of I guess gamblers that were betting which person would end up winning the fight, whether it's could be Ron or Anak. But of course, like, since both of them got eliminated at the exact same time, due to, I guess you could say, it is due to outside interference, the that the bet ended up being nullified at the end. What I also didn't realize that it was a blonde guy wearing a mask. Turns out it was Kun all along. So
Yeah,
so
I guess it was weird because we hadn't really seen Kun, I don't think. So I guess that's what he was up to.
yeah, so pretty much he fills in like Wang Nan and the others of what's going on, with, I guess, for the rest of the competition, with Anak and Kunran pretty much out of commission, being after being, well, unceremoniously eliminated due to outside interference. Um, but we also cut back to Bomb. I guess he's talking to this I guess this
Beta.
other person, Beta. Yeah, okay. So yeah, Beta talks to Bomb, like, essentially confirming that Bomb is a weapon himself. Pretty much explaining like how Bomb can control his his new abilities that he's obtained. I guess since the end of season one, or in the between seasons. Uh,
Yeah,
and
like
of course,
he finds out that the bomb himself is the prize for the workshop battle.
yeah, which Bomb initially thought it was Emily at first, but he finds out from Emily herself that that he's the actual prize for the workshop battle. Which I'm curious, like when that was like arranged. Which, um, yeah, I mean, I don't think like Bomb really even was even aware of this at first. Um, so we also cut back to Hots when he's fighting against this machine. Then all of a sudden he's saved by it's actually one of the characters from season one, Lero Rowe, who is one of the proctors from season one, but he ended up resigning his post at the end of season one.
Yeah, and he's like disguised as I guess a security guard.
Yeah, and then of course we do see him again at the end of the episode. I think he was trying to kill Beta, but of course Beta escapes by I guess like jumping into the water at the end of the episode.
Yeah. Also, that we see that Bam is, I guess, in a way, like is reunited with. Well, he reunite is reunited with Rock, and also I think, I think it.
Endorsing
Yeah, Endorsing
yeah,
is there.
endorsing it. Yeah, because like they were all attending like a post game party
Yeah,
up on the Archimedes.
and the whole time, I guess Dorsey was looking for him anyway. Um, so yeah, it's gonna be really interesting in the next episode to see how that goes. I mean, because I guess the whole time she thought that Bomb was, jovial like Grace when he's actually just Bomb.
Yeah, I mean, Rock is like the only person of that entire original team that immediately recognizes that it's Bomb, rather than just
Yeah,
not like outside of and Dorsey and Knock and then Kun, like not knowing that there was Bomb like right at first glance, but like Rock is like the only person that immediately recognizes him.
yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, that's where this episode ends. I thought it was a pretty good episode in term, at least in terms of like the animation. It's probably the best it's ever looked in this season. It was a pretty decent fight for at least for what it was. And there were some pretty interesting revelations with us learning that bomb is technically, I guess, what it's called an ignition weapon.
Mhm.
So I guess he was one of like because we know that was it Kang and his brother like or Kasano that they were also turning into weapons. So I wonder if Bomb just we didn't really know much about him like in the first season either like what his past was. So maybe he was also created in like in a lab like the others. And that there might be I don't know. I'm wondering if that might be the case. But I guess we'll find out. But yeah, I don't really have much else to say about the episode though. I don't know if you have anything else to say about it.
Yeah, it was a pretty good episode with I would say like somewhat decent animation with the Anak and the Kunran fight, and hopefully we'll get to see like what's gonna come between. I guess you could say the official reunion between Anak and Dorsey and Bomb at the same time. Whether or not if he's I don't think like Bomb is gonna be initially willing to go back to them due to his circumstances with Fug. So I mean, we'll have to see where that goes from there.
I was gonna point out too, we haven't seen Rachel in a while either, so I kind of
No,
wonder how she's going to play into what's going on right now.
yeah, and I think it was in the last episode. The Bomb was wondering like whether or not Rachel is being involved in this competition. But yeah, it's weird that like we haven't seen Rachel and like she's also joined Fug as well.
Yeah, I mean, I would be surprised if she was, she was up to something. She's going to like reveal herself as having been behind something or whatever. I mean, she I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised, but I guess we'll see what happens with her. She is on like the promotional art for this particular arc, so I mean, I'm assuming, of course, she is going to show up in some capacity at least.
Yeah.
But yeah, that all being said, guys, until next time, we will see you all later.